guys, so I just finished shooting my update video. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I know Jen calls hers Housewife Confessionals or something like that, which is really cute, so maybe I'll come up with a cute name, but basically it's just an update. And so I had mentioned in that one, here, I'm going to see if the lighting gets better when I turn that on. Otherwise I'll turn the other light on, but making a video about my vlogging goals for 2013 just to keep me on track and give me kind of a vision of what I want to accomplish. I get really frustrated watching videos that don't really have a purpose or entertainment value or something that I'm not learning something basically. So this is to prevent that and to help me grow and to become better. August, I think, no, June maybe, or July, I forget, when I started doing actual vlogs and talking, and not just doing my montage videos. But being that it's getting close to a year, I would like to be a better vlogger than I was then now. So, alright, I made a little outline. Hopefully this will help. My long-term goals for this year, number one, I would like to become a better speaker, more aware of my hand gestures, body language, bad habits, things I say a lot, speech and vocabulary usage, and eye contact. I notice little things, and it's hard to not do them, like spinning in the chair a little bit, those kind of things. Also, I would like to become a little bit more polished in my choice of vocabulary, and basically I want to keep growing. I don't just want to be where I was, you know, even now, years down the line. So a better speaker, number one. Number two, I would like to communicate ideas effectively, meaning no tangents and staying focused on my goals. So thirdly, I would like to share ideas, projects, creations, original content, recipes, good movies, good books, things I'm excited about, definitely trips, traveling, questions, things I'm pondering about, ramblings, wishes, visions, all these things. Because vlogging gets me to be more creative and is an outlet for my creativity, and so I want to use it fully for that. Now those were all long-term things that I'd like to work on. As far as short-term, like say in this month, a few things I'd like to work on are not spinning in the chair, more eye contact, saying or less, and finding the right words so I'm not sitting here going, what is the word that I'm trying to say? I know what I mean, I don't know how to say it. So, number two, sticking to a theme for an entire vlog without breaking off into a completely unrelated string of thought. I want to be able to verbalize what I'm thinking through the use of pertinent vocabulary, proper gestures, and body language. And yes, room to grow there. Some of my ideas for this month are a Florida packing video, a garden update, including our bird feeder, which we did get and I haven't shown you yet. And I've been getting lots of pictures of birds and wildlife out there. Blossoms that are coming up. An update on the living room organization. It's undergone quite a few stages since I've started vlogging, and I'd like to think it's a lot cleaner now. But we're still working on that, and just an update to show you guys where that's at. Progress is good, right? Some of my other goals. Playing through our board games and stuff to figure out what we like and what we'll play and what are just sitting there, and donating ones we're not going to use. Same with books. Organizing my week into activities to maintain a balance and accomplish all I want to. I was talking with my sister a little while ago, and she was saying how she has one day that's cleaning and one day that's projects and one day that's, you know, baking or whatever, and I tend to be more of like I act on a whim, kind of like I'm in the mood to vlog, so I'm gonna vlog, or, you know, which stuff still gets done, but it's not nearly as organized, and and that way the people in my life too, if I was more organized, they would know, like, oh, this is her baking day, or she's vlogging today, or they'll know what I'm up to. So, and then I did start reading through the Narnia series, and I would like to finish that. So that's also on my goal, and to give a review on that. So, and what I think it means, and the different metaphors and whatever, because it is such a great piece of writing, as I am realizing. So, now the fun list, things I do not want to be. Everyone has a style, and I think as far as blogging for me, I can have different channels that I go down. For instance, the figure skating montages, I have vlogs, I have organizational videos, but even within those, I have kind of a set of standards that I want to stick to. I know from watching other videos, I tend to not enjoy the ones that are very consumption driven and very materialistic, just showing off stuff. I think having a lot of stuff sometimes gets in the way, and I know for me, wanting to be organized, it does make things more difficult. I tend to err on the side of at least idealizing the more minimalistic way of having what you need and having it there when you need it, rather than having so much that, yeah. So, with a few exceptions, I don't want to be overly excitable or overly unaffected. I think there's a line between being so excited that people are like, whoa, how much coffee did you have? It's just, nail polish, or it's just, and it's good for people to be excited about things. It makes it fun to watch, but there is a certain level of too excited, I think. And on the other end of things, being too unaffected about it, just like, okay, here's what I did, and I had to do it, and so I did. Because that's not fun either. I don't want to be uninspiring. I love being inspired, and I love thinking that I can try to be inspiring to other people. And I'm still working on exactly how to go about doing that. But I don't want to be uninspiring. I don't want to be tired and drawl and just make things sleepy. I don't want to be messy. I love vlogging, and it's tempting for me to not finish things around the house so I can vlog, and I don't want to be that. I want to have my priorities such that my house is clean before I vlog, to an extent. Or I do a little bit of cleaning and then a little bit of vlogging. You can tell sometimes when vloggers have like an area that they vlog and it's clean, but it's probably the only clean area in their house. And I very much want to be authentic. I'm going to try not to vlog from like a trash pile, but really the point is that my priorities are taking care of things here and making sure my family is happy, and then doing what I love. So I don't want to be misprioritized, which is kind of what I just said. I don't want to be fake or give impressions that are disingenuous. I don't want to be trying to do something that I'm not. For instance, for those of you who have seen my perfume and makeup collections, they're very small. I kind of hopped on that bandwagon when everyone was doing their organizing videos on those things, but I did end up getting rid of my perfume because it gives me a headache. I can't wear it. And for makeup, I only wear it on special occasions. So it used to be more often, but just as I'm growing up, I'm realizing that I'm not that way. And to get on here and to try and do makeup tutorials or something when I don't even really wear it on a daily basis seems kind of fake to me. So the tangents and rambling, I would like to be focused and to have to be able to communicate things without getting unfocused. It would get me into a good practice for when I am teaching. So, and I think sometimes rambling is wasteful of our time, and obviously there are other ways that, more valuable ways that it could be spent. So another thing is, I don't want to just jump into a video without going through the process of brainstorming what it is that I want to vlog about or talk about or show you, outlining what I'm going to talk about in what order, practicing and presenting. I don't always practice, but I do go through in my head and kind of look over and say, what do I want to talk about regarding this subject? Otherwise, I don't know. Vlogs that are messy or sloppy or arrogant in tone, condescending or showing off, ill-managed, crude, or just for the sake of being humorous at the expense of others. I don't want to be those things. So then things I want to be, what's left after I've kind of ruled out all of those ways of going at vlogging. I would like to be well structured. I would like to be efficient. I would like to communicate in such a way that you get the information that you want, but I also want to make it fun. I want it to be hopeful. I don't ever want to do anything that's just depressing and it's like the end of the world, and I don't even know what that would be, but I don't want to be that. I want everything to be optimistic and hopeful and just showing the beautiful things in life. So I want to be well prioritized, and sometimes that means not vlogging so that I can do homework and things around the house. I want to be truthful, tactful, and refined. And one of the best ways to accomplish that is to find someone that you admire and find out what it is that you admire about them and emulate it. So I have two examples I can think of. The first is Meryl Davis and Charlie White. They're the best top ranked ice dance team in the world, and I think part of why I'm such a big fan is because they are from Michigan, which is something to be proud of, and they are also the longest ice dance team to be together. Like, they've been together for I think over 15 years, and a lot of teams don't make it together like a year or two. So I admire their discipline, their commitment, their work ethic. I think they've managed to stay, from what I've seen, very level-headed, considering all of the success and the fame that has kind of come upon them as of the last Olympics, and maybe even before that. The last Olympics was really when I started watching figure skating again and became a fan of them. But one of the things I love is watching their interviews, because they're so polite. They're very respectful to whoever they're having an interview with. There's an interview where I think it was in Japan, and they had two interviewers on either side of them speaking in Japanese, and so through the whole thing they would have to kind of look at one and look at the other, and through the whole thing they maintained like a good attitude about it, and they had fun with it, and even if they have something that they might not have something nice to say, they come up with something nice to say about it. They're very honest too. So I love watching the way that they converse in their interviews and how they handle questions and such. Secondly, I've talked a lot about Jennifer Ross, Organized Like Jen, and My Housewife Life, her channels. She does a great job of just her persona, her attitude. She's very honest. She's very generous with her time and with showing us her home and how she organizes, and considering that she comes from a fairly well-to-do family, from what I've seen, she's very respectful of people, and she doesn't look down on anyone, and she's just very generous and a very giving person all the time, and she is kind of my vlogging icon. So those are examples of people that I kind of would like to emulate some of their leadership characteristics and how they manage themselves. But then also I want to be myself. So those are my goals in a nutshell, and thank you so much for watching. It kind of gives me an idea of how to narrow down my my content and kind of sets a standard for how I want to operate things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.